do. And then that's how he does it. All I do is talk on the show. I know nothing about technology. I'm terrible. As long as I can get on the internet, that's about as far as I go. All right. We're good? Evelyn, can you see us all?
Yeah.
Are you gonna give us like a little, are you gonna hit record and give us like a little thumbs up?
It's recording.
Oh my God, through all of this. Every time he does this to me. Okay.
And it continues to work.
Okay, great. All right, well let's officially get started then.
Hello.
Hello. Every week, Nick and I are like, who's going to say hello first? We just have so much fun with it.
Oh, it's just the funnest little
Just
thing.
the funnest.
Kelly,
Just-
we've got a new guest today.
We do?
Yeah.
Who is it? It's Andrea.
Hello, thank you for
Andrea,
having me.
of course. Thank you for being here from Community Clothes Closet. And I'm so sorry. Tell me again your title.
I'm the operations director.
Operations Director.
Very
I
cool.
feel like that's like you're in charge of it all, kind of.
It really takes a team to run that place.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it. That's
Well-
awesome, though.
We'll jump right into that after we hit the intro music.
Absolutely. I almost always forget about our intro music.
In the know in the 920.
It took me 100 years to pick out this little tune. Love it.
That's catchy.
Very cool.
Isn't it fun?
Yeah, I like
I mean,
it.
just gets me excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I'm super excited to talk to you. In fact, yesterday, when I said to my team, who do we have tomorrow? Because we're basically like the Ellen show now. We're just booking out,
Yeah.
a couple of months in advance.
With a little bit less dance.
A little bit less, but Nick's trying. No, so I said, who do we have tomorrow? And they said, Andrea with Community Clothes Closet. I was like, yes, I'm so excited.
I was pretty excited to come here and chat with you today.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. I feel like you guys do such great things.
Oh, thank
Such great
you.
things. So let's start with that. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure. So, for those of you who are not familiar with us, Community Clothes Closet is a nonprofit organization. It's based in Menasha, Wisconsin. So, we started in 1980 in the basement of
Wow.
a church with one individual looking for a pair of shoes, and we have boomed over the last 44 years.
Oh my gosh.
Into a full donation center and client shopping floor and warehouse in Menasha. But then we also implemented our traveling closet program, which is our mobile closet unit, in 2020 to better serve individuals living in more rural communities
Sure.
that might not have the ability to get to us.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I did not know you'd been around for that long.
Yeah.
44 years.
That's so cool. Okay, so wait, when you say like, is there like a backstory to this person in looking for this pair of shoes? Like somebody was like looking for a pair of shoes and then like the idea was born?
My understanding was it was an individual who came into a church and
Yeah.
said that they needed assistance getting a pair of shoes, and the congregation helped that individual, and then the need just kept growing, and our
Oh,
mission was born. Yeah.
I love that.
Very
Those are like
cool.
my favorite kind of stories.
Yeah.
I love that so much. That's
People are
great.
just like, we could do something about that.
right? We could make this into something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see a need and then somebody actually does something about it. I love that.
And we're very fortunate to hear and be a part of stories like that all of the time through our
Yeah.
mission. So,
That's awesome.
yeah,
That's
it's
so
very
cool.
fulfilling.
So it's been 40. Well, I was born in 1981, so I kind of should know. It's been like 44 years, like you said. Okay, 44 years. What do you think? Do you want to talk about like some of the milestones between then and now? And then kind of tell us more about where you are today.
So I've been with the organization for 4 years, so
Okay.
I will speak to the history as much as I can.
Sure.
So it started in the basement of a church.
Yep.
And then it moved to another significantly smaller location in Appleton. Very quickly outgrew that location and we moved in 1998, I believe, to the Midway Outreach Community in Menasha, which is across the street from Fox Valley, UW Fox Valley.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we share a building with St. Joe's Food Program, which is another incredible
yeah.
organization in the area.
And that's like perfect.
Yes.
Like perfect, one stop kind of situation if needed.
Yes.
cool.
Our campus also houses United Way Fox Cities, Levin, and there's a couple other organizations that have satellite offices there as well. So our campus is really a one-stop shop for a lot of individuals looking to get assistance in a lot of different areas.
I love that.
So we moved to our current location in 98. At some point, we did a rather large expansion, which is now our donation center and our warehouse.
Okay.
And we are already busting at the seams in our Menasha Center,
Okay.
which is why we then added on the traveling closet program in 2020 because so I started at the end of 2020, and at the time we were at 3,200 clients. We just ended our fiscal year in June, and we are sitting at 10,400 clients and growing.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
That is so great.
yeah.
Wow.
A lot of need in the area.
And you know what? And that's the thing. I always am saying that. Like, it's so eye-opening to me when I talk to people like you or just even clients that we've had in the past. I had, excuse me, I had a woman once that was like, not a teacher, but she oversaw basically a bunch of the school districts in Northeast Wisconsin. And she was telling me she's like, Kelly, you would not believe the need that so many children have. And she was telling me about like an elementary school that actually has like a washer and dryer on site. And I was like, not that I'm like oblivious to it. I certainly don't try to dig my head into a hole and not know what's going on. But I think a lot of times you just kind of not forget, but you're doing your own life.
Yes.
You're doing your thing and you're busy. We're all busy. And we think about, I think about that kind of need in other places.
Yes.
But it's like, whoa, it's happening right here too.
So
Yeah.
when I came aboard in November of 2020, there is an event that we have every December. It's called Pajama-rama.
Okay.
It's our holiday event, and it's for kiddos ages 2 to 12, and we provide them with brand new pajamas. So everything at this event is brand new. Pillow, pillowcase, set of pajamas, blankets, stuffed animal, and then a book. And it was
I love that.
yeah, it's such a fun event. The kiddos are great.
Yeah.
They're all excited. But because I started in the heart of COVID, that year we requested that children actually not attend the event just for safety reasons. And a mom, you're paired up with a personal shopper, and I was personal shopping with this mom, and she said to me, it's really nice that kiddos aren't invited this year because these are the presents that my children will be getting for Christmas. And it was really it was very eye-opening to me in such a consumer-driven society to hear that.
Yep.
It really touched my heart, and I'm born and raised in the Valley as well. So like you said, you get so busy living your own life you don't even realize.
Yeah, the need, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy. But it's so great that these kind of programs exist. So, okay, so how did you get so quickly from, you said 3,200
Yeah.
clients to 10,000?
Yes.
How does that happen?
So shortly after I started, I'm going to give a little special shout out to not only our executive director, Lisa, but our...
Lisa!
yeah, she's amazing. She's a real boss. I love working for her.
That's
and then,
awesome.
We brought aboard Jana, who is our development individual. And between Jana and Lisa, they've really made a large initiative about marketing us more, growing our social media presence, and getting the word out that we exist. Because, as you stated, we've been around for 44 years, and we tell that to people, and they're like, "What? I just found
Yeah.
out about you last year."
Right.
So, and between growing the awareness that our mission exists, but also the economy the way that it is. You're seeing a lot more individuals needing assistance with
Right.
things like
5
clothing.
groceries are like $75.
Yes, yes. It's
Ridiculous.
It's absolutely
Yes.
insane. And then in conjunction with that, Traveling Closet allowing us to serve more individuals in more outlying communities too has contributed to our growth.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, let me say this the right way. It's not awesome that there's such a need, but it's awesome that there's programs to help the need.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's great. And it's awesome that there's people like you that are, doing that kind of work, because I think it's just so important, and there's not enough. We need more people like you.
Nonprofit work is extremely fulfilling. I recommend it to anybody. And if you can't work in nonprofit, volunteering is always a fantastic way to give back.
For sure.
So many nonprofits really rely on volunteerism to make their operations happen. So if you have time to donate, I suggest doing it.
Sure. And I feel like even if you can only do a few hours a month, right? I'm sure every little bit adds up, right?
Yeah, so our organization, we only have 9 staffers.
Okay.
And all of us, except for our executive director, are part-time.
Okay.
So the rest of our operations are ran by 140 plus volunteers. So we really
Amazing.
could not exist without those individuals giving us their time.
Sure. That's wow. I love that.
Yeah.
So, okay, do you want to talk about some of the highlights in the year, programs that you guys do? Because I know you do different things throughout the year, because I see different, again, in my busy, crazy life, I'm like, oh, they're doing this. That's cool. I need to actually
Yeah.
volunteer and get involved. But I'm just saying. You want to tell us about some of those things?
So we just chatted about Pajama-rama.
Which is so cute, by the way.
Yeah. Hey,
Love
Yeah,
that.
everybody deserves a good night's sleep.
Absolutely.
I know
and that's
you're-
just so cute.
Oh, and I know you're not supposed to have favorite programs, but it definitely is my favorite. And then our other kiddo-facing event is Cool for School, and we are in the heart of back to school
Back
season
to
right
school
now.
time. I know that's the other
Yes.
reason I was like, this is perfect timing
Yes.
to have you on, because we're talking about back to school. Yes.
So last week was our insane week. Our Traveling Closet program provides the adult size clothing for the Oshkosh area back to school district. And then we have our own in-house Cool for School event, which is for kiddos ages 4 to 18.
Okay.
At Cool for School, they get, once again, all brand new items, and at the Oshkosh Back to School Fair as well, 2 tops, a pair of bottoms, 3 pairs of underwear, 3 socks, and then they are eligible to get a pair of shoes.
Oh, that's
as
so
well.
great.
Between the 2 events, we served well over 1,000 kids
Oh,
Wow.
I love that.
in a 4-day period. It was insane.
I bet. Yeah, you guys are a little busy. You were a little bit busy.
Just a smidge.
That is so awesome, though. That is so great.
It's a lot
Oh,
of fun.
yeah. It makes me think about again, I was telling you before we started recording, taking my kids back to school shopping. And I remember back to school shopping when I was a kid, with my mom or my grandma, and getting that new outfit, and how important, it's not, always completely necessary, but it was like a rite of passage every year,
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so for other kids to have those opportunities that otherwise wouldn't get them,
Yeah.
I think is huge.
It's nice having that, that new shoe feeling. You put them on, they're a little too tight in some spots. You're like,
Absolutely.
heck yeah, I'm going to school.
Absolutely. And can I just throw out there that also, this is just a little side funny note. One year I got my new tennis shoes, but then I also had a pair of Keds. Evelyn, our intern, probably doesn't know what Keds are.
I honestly don't know what those are either.
Oh my gosh. Andrea, do you know what Keds are?
I do. I had a bright,
Thank
shiny
you.
white pair
Okay.
of Keds. Yep.
That was important.
Yep.
And so one year, my Keds, they were just these little white, kind of tennis shoes.
Okay.
Okay. And they had a little tag on the back that said Keds. And one year I was able to get my new tennis shoes for gym class, but I was not able to get new Keds that year. I know. So you know what I did is I went over the sink and I took my little, oh my gosh, what's that stuff called? It's got soft scrub,
Soap.
soft scrub with bleach in it. Okay. And I bleached those things pearly white. Pearly white. I was so proud of myself. Yeah. Having that kind of stuff, I feel like is just, when you start the new school year, it's just exciting and it's fun.
Yeah.
And that's our goal, is that all of our clients are able to start their school year off feeling confident, because if
Yeah.
you feel confident in what you're wearing, you're just more ready and more prepared to take on the new day, any social situations.
That's so
I mean,
true. In all, like in our lives, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Like I know sometimes I'm like, I feel like garbage today. Like I feel like you're running late or something and you're like, okay, I look like trash and it's just not as good of a day,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's so great.
Get a stain on your shirt, and you meet every single client like, don't mind the
Like, yeah,
stain. I'm
excuse me, sorry.
not actually a pig.
So what are some of the because I know you do like fundraisers and things throughout the year too, right?
Well, we have our annual fundraiser, which is our Chip It In for a Cause golf event. So we just had that this past July. It's always a fun day. We really lucked out and had a nice, sunny,
Good.
dry day in July.
Which was rare.
Yes.
Yeah.
All the teams had a great time. But we periodically run different fundraising events on social media. So we just did our Back to School Blitz, which was to raise funds for our Cool for School event.
Okay.
And that's why I was laughing to myself when you brought up the white Keds, because our team is made up of such a wide array of individuals who all went to school at different times.
Sure.
And for the back to school blitz, we all had to say what our favorite back to school clothing item was. And one individual's was having a white pair of sneakers, and mine was limited to glitter jeans. So we
Oh,
just had
yes.
the wide.
Absolutely. Oh, I had the glitter jeans too. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
back in the day. Yeah, that is really cool. So you have a fundraiser like that.
Yep.
And then volunteers end up doing most of the shopping and things, or how does that work?
So for programs like Cool for School, Pajama-Rama, actually any of our programs like Operation Cinderella, we do prom dresses. We are keeping our eye out on donations coming in year-round, and we're squirreling them away as
Okay.
they come in.
Okay.
So we try to not have to do as much shopping as possible. And we are very well supported by the community. We have a lot of donors who are familiar with our programs. They keep an eye on our social media channels, and they know when our programs are coming up. So they will start reaching out and asking, hey, what areas are you short on? We found a deal. We picked this up for you. Like, we actually have a volunteer who's a Kohl's shopper.
Oh, yes.
And anytime there's a run on pillows, she comes in with armfuls of pillows. I picked these up for $1 with my Kohl's cash.
I love it. The Kohl's
amazing.
cash. It's all about I'm always about the Kohl's cash. I love that. That's so great, though, that people are constantly thinking about it and thinking about what they can do. So, and you said you have a warehouse, right?
Yes. Yep.
So then is that, I'm imagining like everything gets stored in there and you kind of have to know what you have, right,
Yes.
on hand.
Yes, it's insanity. So we store a lot of off-season clothing, because how donors typically work is it's going into winter, so we're going to clear out our summer stuff, and it's coming into summer, so we're going to start donating our winter stuff. It doesn't always line up to what we want to be putting out on our shopping floor. So we will pack away shorts and tank tops and spring coats. And then we'll also pack away snow boots, snow pants, winter jackets, things like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. That's, I mean, yeah, like you said, you need a lot of volunteers and things to make this all, this is a big
Yeah.
undertaking.
I mean,
It's a lot.
so I guess to explain how our system works a little bit, like a donor comes in and they place their donations into a rolling cart. And then every single piece of clothing that comes through our doors is hand inspected by either a staff member or by a volunteer. And
Okay.
we're looking over clothing with a fine-tooth comb, because we don't put anything out on our floor that's yellowing, might have a smell to it, anything with a broken zipper, missing button, things like that. We want our clients to feel good in the clothing that they're taking from us. So we try our very best to only have high quality, in style, relevant clothing
Sure.
going out there.
Sure.
After it's sorted, it gets hung by another team of volunteers. They're our second checkpoint. They're double looking for quality. They get it all staged and ready to go. And then we have volunteers that take it out and they stock our shopping floor. And amongst that, we also do towels and bedding and shoes and jewelry, any like clothing
Yeah.
related items.
Sure.
But then we also have our client shopping floor, so we're open 3 days a week for clients to come in, and then on Monday nights as well. So volunteers are a part of client registration and check-in, restocking while we're open, checking clients out and bagging up their items for them, running hangers. I mean, there's so many different areas of our operation. that
Yeah,
volunteers
it's like a
touch.
full store plus
It
a
is.
warehouse plus fundraisers plus, I mean, holy cow. I know we plan like a couple of client events throughout the year on a much smaller scale, and when I'm done I'm like, oh, that was so much.
You're like, thank God that's done for a couple months.
Right. And that's nothing compared to what you guys are doing. Oh my gosh. So, okay, I don't know how much you can tell me or want to tell me about this, but like, how does somebody qualify? Or like, how does somebody, if they come in, is it, do you take anybody, or how does that work?
So individuals need to be referred to us by other human service agencies. So a couple examples in our area would be our neighbors, St. Joe's, also Levin, Harbor House, Cots, Pillars,
Sure.
Christine Ann.
Okay.
Any type of human services agency, an employer is also allowed to refer an employee if they
Okay.
know someone needs assistance.
Oh, sure.
But yeah, as long as they come in with our referral form filled out, it's available on our website if there's an agency listening
Okay.
that has someone they want to refer.
Good.
They just need to come in with that referral form and a form of photo ID. We get them set up in our system, and then they are able to shop with us 2 times a month for an entire year. And again, everything that we do is 100% free of charge.
Oh, I love that. That's so great.
Twice a month for a year, so
Yep.
24 times. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's really great.
Awesome.
Now, if someone's referred to you and like they have kiddos, then do the kiddos become part of the
Any-
program as well?
Anyone within their immediate household.
Okay, that's awesome. Now, I have so many questions. I love
Yeah.
this. How do you guys, I mean, I get some of the ways that you differ from some other organizations in the area that also do, clothing donations and things, but I feel like I've heard, just so many people singing your praises specifically about Community Clothes Closet and what you do in comparison to, some of the other organizations that are out there. So how do you feel like you guys differ, or what makes you guys, have such great offerings?
I think that our donors appreciate that their items are going to individuals that are truly in need, and that everything we are doing is 100% free. We are not charging the individuals anything, not a dime, to utilize any of our services, whether it's the shopping floor, our kiddo programs. We have an adult program called New Start, which is, well, I shouldn't call it an adult program. It's really for any individual who is looking to get into the workforce.
Okay.
So if they come in and they tell us they have an upcoming interview, we can take them into New Start and we'll set them up with an interview outfit. So blazer, blouse, dress pants. We go over grooming tips and commonly asked interview questions with them. And then after they land the job, we set them up with about a week's worth of attire.
So cool.
Wow.
It's one of our really popular programs. Over the last couple of years, when you asked your transformation question,
Yeah.
that's definitely a program that we have seen shifts in. Prior to COVID, a lot of our clients would come in and they would be looking for more of that office attire. Since COVID, we've seen an increase of demand for scrubs, non-slip
sure.
footwear, and then the reason why that room is most utilized is actually for steel-toed boots.
Okay.
A lot of our clients work in construction and manufacturing settings, and steel toes are not cheap.
No, they are not.
Yeah.
And that is an amazing, I think, facet of what you guys offer, because there's a lot of people that, and I love like even the name New Start. It's perfect, right? Like there's a lot of people out there that I think want to, for whatever reason, fell on hard times, et cetera, want to get back into the workforce, want to do those things, but it's scary, and it's like, well, where do I start?
And that's really the goal of our mission. It's to provide free clothing to help alleviate funds so that they can spend their money in other places where they might need it more, because we want to help them in their road to self-sufficiency.
I love
Because
that.
yeah, like if you're in a position like that where it's like, well, you're trying to make rent or something, and it's like, yeah, every single dollar goes towards that. Otherwise, you're not eating. So,
Well, and again, especially, I mean, here we are as realtors, but saying this, but especially with the cost of like rent and housing and things. Again, the cost of everything has gone up, which sucks. And it's tough.
It was very heartwarming. A couple months ago, we had a client come in, and he wanted to speak to myself and our executive director. So Lisa and I walk out to the floor, and he handed us a cash donation. And he explained to us that when he first started coming to the closet, he was homeless, and then he worked his way into a shelter. Then he was able to purchase his first car, and he was living out of his car. And now he has a job and an apartment, and he wanted to give back to the different agencies that helped him when he was down on his luck.
wow.
Well, geez.
It was so sweet.
I'm going to cry for the first time on the podcast.
Yeah.
That is so awesome, though. I love hearing that kind of stuff because it's like those are the type of people that, you know, he still may not have a lot, but he's so appreciative.
Yes.
And he wants to give back.
Yes.
Right? Oh, that's amazing. Tell us some more good stories. What are some of your favorites? What else has happened?
Oh gosh, that one really.
Oh yeah, that's like, whew, yeah.
That's probably the most recent one. We have individuals who come in all the time that have recently lost a loved one, and we wanted their items to go to somebody in need that would
Sure.
have been their wish. A lot of our volunteers are some of our biggest supporters because they get to interact with the clients and hear stories like that pretty frequently. So, I mean, just some of our situations that our clients are in, it can break your heart. So when you do get to hear those little victories, it just makes it all worth it.
That's awesome. And it's so exciting when you get to see somebody like, again, kind of turning things around for themselves. That's so great. Well, and for themselves with the help
Yes.
of, with the help of the community. But that's just, I love that. I love a good comeback.
Yeah.
Me too.
That's awesome.
So what's like the logistics of like donating stuff? Like if you're one of those people that's you've just got that laundry basket full of stuff that you're like, I
Like
know I
maybe
want to.
maybe what you have, Nick.
Yeah, maybe. But like I know a couple people that are like this. Like they're like, I have this basket of clothes that it's like I want to donate it or do something with it, but like I don't know what to do. So like, what's the process there?
So if you're donating to our donation center on Opportunity Way in Menasha, we are open Monday through Friday, 9 to 1, and then Monday nights from 6 to 8. We ask that donations are laundered and placed in either cardboard boxes, plastic bags, or a tote that you're able to leave behind.
Okay.
Yeah, that's really the process. You come in our donation center, you drop off your donations, we can offer you an in-kind donation slip, and then you can be on your way. If you can't make our hours, I know it can be a little tricky because we open and close in the middle of the day. You can take any of your donations to the Fox Valley or Oshkosh Gunderson Cleaner locations. They collect
Oh.
on our behalf.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes.
Gunderson Cleaners collects on your behalf. That's
Yes.
really good to know. Are there certain items, like at this time of year, that you're really kind of in need of more than others?
Children's right now, because everyone is coming in to get back to school
Sure.
clothing. Year round, always children's, but also men's too.
Okay.
Like I said, we have a pretty high standard of what we would like to put out on our floor. And for whatever reason, men and boys are just so much harder on their clothing. So it's very hard to find pants, especially that come in that don't have like a worn out knee
Sure.
or a hole in the back pocket or grass stains. So high quality men's and kids' clothing is huge.
Okay, that's really good to know. Well, and I feel like too, we women are better, I think, sometimes at, no offense to the men, but we're better at like thinking about, okay, I'm no longer using this, or it doesn't fit. I've had that happen before. And so I'm going to donate it, right? Where I think men don't always think about, like, I'll take care of it for my husband, but sometimes men just don't always think of that kind of stuff. So men, think of it. Get on
I
it.
think the thing too, especially with pants, is like they don't really come in like large, extra large, because it's like you have all the different dimensions. So
Sure. Yeah.
there's that
Yep.
difficulty too.
Right, that's true. But I think it's just, yeah, that's really good to know because let's just all, keep doing it and getting more and more people served, right? I
Yes.
mean, that's what it's all about. So do you have like, I'm sure you guys have like future goals, right? Like what is the next couple years look like?
Well, we're in the middle of 5-year strategic planning right now. Ultimately, it would be expansion. What that looks like, whether it's revamping our current location in Menasha to make the space more workable for where we're at right now, or opening in a different community, or growing our traveling closet program. That's really what
Sure.
we're trying to figure out because there's so many different avenues that we could go down. But we have determined that there is not only a need but also a want for our program
Yeah.
in other areas of the state. It's just what is the most cost-effective way to go about that makes the most sense.
Okay, I love that. Now, can I ask, because I'm always curious, like obviously you guys are like a 501c, right? Is that what it's called?
C3, yep.
C3. I was so close. C3. 501c3. How is it like, is it all just funded through donations, fundraisers, etc.? Does the state help out? Where does this
We receive no form of government funding. So
Really?
we are completely funded by individual donors and grant writing.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
See, that's because I always wonder about that. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly, thank you for telling me because I feel really dumb for not knowing that. But I
No,
never know, like, how do these people get paid? And and not only that, but like, just again, because you need to be able to get paid and be able to just like organize the volunteers to do the rest of the work and so on and so forth.
Yes.
Right?
Even just keeping the lights on,
Yeah.
that's a lot of overhead. Holy cow!
Right.
Yeah. Running a nonprofit is a true balancing act. It really is. And you're constantly hustling because you're trying to bring in money to keep your doors open and the lights on, like you said, and
Sure.
keep staff and
Sure. So do you guys, when you mention grants and things, do you try to partner with some of the, businesses in the area and, things like that?
we do have quite a few other businesses in the area that do support us and support our program. So we're very blessed in that regard. We have a lot of very generous and philanthropic families and organizations right here in the Fox Valley
Sure.
that not only support us but also support other organizations too.
Sure. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. That's, as much as we talk about there's a need in the area, I also think there's a lot of really great people ready to help in the area. We just need to know what to do. And, some of us, like myself, need a little more direction than others. Just tell me what to do and I'll do it, right? Because it's like I just don't,
Yeah.
being honest, I don't have a ton of free time. So it's like, tell me what's needed and I'll jump on
That's
it.
the thing. You're like, I
right?
got hands. Like,
Yeah.
what do I do with them?
Exactly. Tell me what to do. I love that. Okay, now you also mentioned Operation Cinderella, right? Is that what it's still called?
Yes.
Okay, because I feel like, did that become a part of your program in the last few years? It used to be somewhere else, right?
So, unfortunately, during COVID, they had to dissolve, but before doing so, their ED had reached out to our organization and said, we would really like to see this program continue because there is a need for it. Would you be able to absorb it and take it on as one of your client programs? And we said, absolutely. So, every March, we work with local school districts to identify students in need of assistance with prom attire. They come in, they get their prom outfit, jewelry, makeup, shoes, and then I vacuum up glitter off of our shopping floor for
A little bit.
the next year.
Yep. That is so neat though, because again, it's sort of like a rite of passage for a lot of kids, right? And to have that, to be able to have some kind of that experience, I think is huge.
And it's one of those opportunities where, like, if you miss it, it's not something that you get back. So, like, it's an important thing.
Yeah.
And prom dresses are not cheap. so
No,
we're
that's
very
another
happy to
thing. I know,
help out.
right?
Yes.
No, and that is so awesome. And I'm just, again, I'm so glad that we're talking about all of this because it's already making me think about like, okay, I have so many things in my closet right now that I could
I know. I was kind of like
donate,
going
and they're
through in my head.
good condition, but for whatever reason, again, I either don't fit into them or, the things that I've been hanging on to for the last 3 years that I'm like, you know what? I'm going to fit into that again. And then it's like, no, Kelly, let's just part ways with it, but those kinds of things. And it's good to stop and think about it. Cause sometimes too, I'll admit I get busy, as a lot of people do. And it's easy to just like, you just toss something every once in a while, which feels awful. It's like, don't do that. Bring it to a place where somebody else can actually use it.
And I think that's the thing too, is like when it's one thing at a time, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I wouldn't like make a run to go donate one item. But then
Yes.
it's like,
you need to
do
start
that
like
couple
you said
times.
though, like start a spot in the house, a little pile. I'm very type A, so I try to stay very organized. Let's start a little pile, right? And then as it adds up a
Yeah.
little bit, we'll bring it in.
Like winter and summer, go make one donation.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
Well, and I should say too, like if we do receive items that maybe don't meet our standards, we do donate forward. So we work with an organization down closer to Milwaukee. They come up and pick up from us weekly. They resort through everything. Items that are still in wearable condition, but we might have passed on just because they're dated or maybe they were missing a button or whatever. They donate forward to other missions, and then things that have lived its full lifespan, they work with industries to have the clothing broken down into wall insulation, carpet fiber, cleaning rags, so nothing ends up going into the landfill.
I love that.
It just keeps getting better.
I know.
Because I'm over here like, man, I wonder what they do with that. And
Yeah.
Right?
she's already got it all
I
figured
know.
out.
She's like, listen, nothing goes to waste.
No.
That is so great. And it also makes me feel really wasteful. And I'm going to get better about this.
Oh, gosh.
I mean, I've made plenty of donations over the years. Don't all come after me. But I'm just saying, like, there are times where you get busy and it's like, oh, boop, and then you're like, shoot, I could have given that to somebody else. So now I'm going to stop and think about it more. And I hope everyone listening today is going to think about it more. So what are some of the best ways that people that want to help out can get involved? And who do they contact?
So follow us on social media.
Yes.
Our Facebook is our most active channel, but we also have Instagram and LinkedIn.
Okay.
Check out our website, www.communityclothescloset.org. There you're going to find tabs on all the different ways that you can help us, whether it's through volunteerism or you want to give a financial donation. Those are always welcome. Or if you feel like you're ready to take the leap into a nonprofit career, we are hiring too. So
Okay, they're hiring.
we are, yeah, growing our team, which is also
That's
very
awesome.
exciting.
That's exciting.
Yes.
That is really great. And plus, you also said on your website is where people can go to get the form that they would need, right?
Yep. So if there's any human service agencies listening to this or any employers that might have an employee that needs help, there is a tab out there for agencies to download all of our information and our form, and all the information of who to send it to is available out there as well.
That's awesome. And you said it's just communityclothescloset, right? .org?
.org, yep.
Okay. Great. I just love everything that you guys do. And I'm so thankful
you.
for people like yourself in the community that are doing such great work.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like, yeah, we're pretty lucky to, be where we're at in our lives. But if my circumstances ever changed, I would want help. And I'm glad that people are able to get it.
Exactly.
Thanks.
Yeah.
The Fox Valley in general has a lot of incredible nonprofit organizations, and we're very blessed.
It really does when you stop and think about it, right? And that's why, again, I loved this In the Know in the 920 because I just want to keep learning about more things and sharing them with other people, and we can't all do everything, but I think if we all pick something, that we really believe in and want to help out with, and again, even if it's just a little bit of time every month, right? Or a small donation. All donations are welcome, like you said. It doesn't have to be like, I think sometimes people feel intimidated, right? Or they feel like, oh crap, if I get involved in this, I've got to commit to this much, right? Or like if I give a donation, it's got to be, at least this amount, right? But like you said, you'll take anything.
Yeah, and I mean, a little bit goes a long way.
Yeah.
I mean, $5 buys us a bag of rubber bands, which we can use in our donation center with our blankets and sheets. So,
Sure.
I mean, it's
Right.
just small, tangible stuff like that makes a huge difference.
Yeah. Well, and that is such a good point too, because I know from running just a small business that there's so many little things all the time,
Yeah,
right?
it adds up. Like, oh, we got to get more paper clips
Yep.
again.
Oh, it's time. We need staples. We need this. We need that. Just all the things that go into, and it all comes at a cost. Yeah, nothing's free.
No, it's
Nothing is free. So, is there anything else that you would like to share with us that we haven't covered?
boy. I mean, I guess I really would say just follow us on social media to
Yeah.
stay up to date with what we're doing. Now that Cool for School has wrapped up, we jump automatically into holiday preparation
boy.
and Pajama-rama. So
Sure.
you'll start to see posts from me asking for donations of pillows, pillowcases, pajamas, books. I mean, all the things that help make that program a success.
That is really good to know. And I also am like, dang it, because a couple months ago I had all these. I did donate them. I didn't throw them away. But see, this is
Oh,
good to know
yeah,
because
you had, like-
remember I had all those books.
She had like 4 of those like Rubbermaid tote bins full of books.
Shout out to our Aunt Sarah. She was a reading teacher in the area for 20 some years.
At least, yeah.
And wonderful. Like, just my kids have always had like a library at our house, and then now they're at the point where it's like now they're reading chapter books. So then we have so those are good things to think about too, because it's like you rotate through that kind of stuff as your own kids get older. And again, it's like sometimes I feel like it's like, what do I do with it? What I did was I didn't know what to do with it. So I wanted to give it away to somebody that would use it. So I posted on Facebook. And I did actually have a bunch of people raise their hand and say, hey, I could use them for this or that or whatever. And I kind of split them up and donated them. But now I know.
Yeah, Pajama-rama is all brand new books.
Okay.
We no longer accept used books
Okay.
because our neighbor Levin installed a little free reading library. So
That's
we
cool.
direct
Oh,
people
cool. Sure.
over there if they've got books to
Sure.
donate.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, even if books, even if everybody's picking up a couple of books, right, using their Kohl's cash on it, for
Yes.
example, right? All of that goes a long way.
Yeah. Check your credit card rewards points.
Yes.
Probably got some stuff in there.
Use those points.
Exactly. No, that's so great. All right. I mean, yeah, I can't even believe we're going to start talking about the holidays, but it's going to happen. And I'm sure that's also a very, very busy time of year
It is.
for you guys.
Winter gear is probably one of the most expensive items to buy. And if you
Sure.
have children, especially children in elementary school, where they are required to go out for recess, that they need to have snow boots, snow pants, and a winter jacket, it's a big expense for our clients. So if you have any winter gear that no longer fits or you don't wear it, it's been sitting in the back of your closet, definitely bring it our way because we will use it.
I'm just going to be bringing so many things to you guys from now on.
I'm not going to see Kelly for a week. She's going to be going through her whole house.
You know what? I'm just dropping things off at the community clothes closet, okay? No, I do. I have my kids just, yeah. And listen, I will admit that maybe I'm a little bit of a shopper. And so, yeah, my kids will get something. They'll wear it like twice. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, uh-oh. Then they outgrew it already. And so that's the kind of stuff, right, where it's in really good condition. I'll put it in the wash machine. It'll be clean, laundered. I'll put it in a nice little bag and bring it up to you.
And when you drop it off, ask for me or ask for Lisa, and we'd love to give you guys a tour so you can actually
That would
see
be cool.
what
Yes.
we've been talking about. Because I
Yeah.
think being able to see it in person just makes the whole mission much more impactful.
Absolutely.
Bonus behind the scenes
I
footage.
know. Yeah, we can do we'll do a follow-up behind the scenes. I love that. That is so great. Well, again, thank you so much for all you guys are doing. I mean, seriously, it's such amazing work and such needed work, and we just need more angels on earth. Yeah.
Well, thank
So-
you for having us.
Oh my gosh, of course. All right, well, we're going to switch gears a little bit. Even though the rest of my day I'm going to be thinking about not only what I can donate, but how amazing your programs are. But we're going to talk just quick a little bit about our weekend plan, not our weekend plans, but our weekend events, maybe our plans. Sometimes, you know what, I've actually probably since we started doing this, I've attended a few things that I've actually talked about.
I have as well.
You have as well. You did the goat painting.
Yeah, that
right?
was a big hit.
Yeah, with your fiance, right? I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
Well, I've even got my goat socks on for her today.
Oh, look at that. Yes. All right. So, Friday, August 23rd, back to school bash. Here we go. Back to school once again. Let's see. This is, it says new inventory with outfit ideas throughout the store, permanent jewelry, sticker bar. Kids can decorate folders, binders, notebooks, and drink containers. This looks really, really cool.
Where is it at?
Contests, special sales, and so much more. I don't know. Evelyn, our intern, put this together. Evelyn, where's this one at, my dear? That's not quite on here. She's gonna tell us.
Somewhere.
She is gonna tell us.
Somewhere in the valley.
It's
going
somewhere
on?
in the Fox Cities. Okay. Whoever finds it first wins a prize from us. I don't know. No, but it does say it's from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. on Friday. And Evelyn is very shortly going to fill us
Let's
in.
just circle back on that one.
We're going to circle back on that. Oh,
Oh,
it's on Eisenhower Drive.
okay.
Okay. Can we get even a little, can we narrow that in even a little bit more?
N162 Eisenhower Drive, Suite 800, Appleton, Wisconsin.
Appleton,
Okay.
Wisconsin.
So it sounds like it would be a Buchanan address, so pretty
Yes.
close to us.
So it sounds like it's in the little, maybe like within the little strip mall on Eisenhower.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you say again?
N162.
N162, Eisenhower Drive. Friday, 10 a.m. till 7 p.m. All kinds of cool back to school things. It also says, this is fun, bracelet bar. Pick bracelets to match your personality and hobbies. Get creative and create a stack of them. Oh, my daughter would totally want to do that
Yeah.
in this
Don't
Taylor
tell her.
Swift era that we live in.
She's a Swiftie.
Oh, she's a
Who isn't a
I
Swiftie?
know. Yeah, for sure. Right. Okay. Saturday. Now, hopefully, we know where these are going to happen at. Saturday. Let's see. The 24th. Craft and Vendor Show. Ooh, I love craft. Anything
Yeah.
crafty. Please join us for a fun shopping day at our Craft and Vendor Show. This is happening at Fritch Park,
Oh, cool.
which is 1651 Sandys Lane in Menasha.
Yep.
Starts at 9 a.m., goes till 4 p.m., pretty much all day Saturday.
Cool.
Very fun. And then, I've been wanting to do this. See, again, this might be something I have to do. Sunflower viewing. Okay.
Huh.
This is on Saturday. Starts at 6 a.m., goes till 8 p.m. Sounds like they're doing this a lot of days.
6 to 8.
It's 8290 Old Amish Road in Amherst. It says they're open daily from sun up till sundown as long as the flowers are in bloom. There's no set fee, but donations are appreciated. Their products are also available for sale. Very cool.
Cool.
I think that's just, I just want to go see a whole bunch of sunflowers.
Yeah.
Like I've always wanted to do that. So,
Makes you just feel so sunny inside.
right?
Yeah.
Sunny inside and outside.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Sunday, August 25th, ICE ALS. Important stuff here. This is happening at the Community First Champion Center, 5000 West Champion Drive in Appleton. Admission is $20 per vehicle. Starts at 1 o'clock, goes till 7 o'clock. So this is on Sunday, okay? You can help find a cure for ALS. Come to our ICE ALS event. Free ice skating for kids, canine search and rescue dogs, fire truck, military vehicles, race cars, sponsor tables, dunk tank. That's always a hit. Face painting, inflatables. What is up with like this summer? Every event, I swear to God, everything is
Gotta have a
inflatables.
bouncy house.
Inflatables. There has to be a bouncy house, obstacle course, and more. And donations are welcome. So that's really, really great. And you know what this just made me think of? I just have to real quick go back in time. Do you know what I'm going to talk about, Nick?
I have a feeling.
Okay. So, in case you did not, I know you're one of our loyal followers, Andrea, but we are related. We are
Okay.
brother and sister. And we also work together here. But anyways, remember when that ice bucket challenge was huge
Yes.
with ALS? I forget
Yes.
the actual year. It was many years ago because I remember Jay was a baby and now he's
Yeah.
like almost 12.
I'm
Like
think
2014.
it had to be
you go.
2014.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Nick at the time worked for the town of Buchanan
Yeah, I worked for the water department.
water department.
Yeah.
And so his ice bucket challenge was standing near the fire
We just
hydrant.
cranked open a fire hydrant.
And they
on him.
literally opened it up and just
It's cold water.
hosed him down. It was amazing. It was so great. He's just like standing in the middle of the street, just getting water just shot at him. I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
That's fun.
But it's good to know that they still are doing so many things, to raise funds and awareness for ALS.
It's a terrible disease. so.
Absolutely. Yep, for sure. Okay, and then our last thing here. Oh, Evelyn, do you have the address? Oh, no, wait. It's in Pierce Park. Look at me just getting so quick to scold the intern. Songfest, Community Sing. Okay, so join the Appleton Boy Choir in Pierce Park. I think we all know where Pierce Park is, I hope. To kick off the 46th anniversary season with Songfest. The boys will be singing familiar folk song tunes. The Murphy Brothers, which are 2 boy choir graduates, will also entertain, as well as the newly formed Appleton Melodics, a boy choir alum men's ensemble. On the Fritz food truck, Kona Ice will also be on hand with all kinds of yummy treats. Balloon animals, singing, face painting. Will there be a bouncy house? Someone tell us.
The people need to know.
The people need to know. Singing and fun for all. Donations go towards the boys' fundraising accounts or the scholarship fund.
Very cool.
That's very neat. So I just always love this because I just feel like we try to, obviously there's way more things going on in the Fox Cities every week,
Yeah.
but we just try to pull some different things and talk about them because sometimes it's like you just wouldn't even know that some of this stuff is happening.
Yeah.
Right?
And just real quick, while you had brought it up, I think this is Evelyn's last week with us.
It's
so
Evelyn, our interns last week.
great job, Evelyn.
Great job. Thank you for all your help.
Good luck at school this
summer.
year.
Good luck back at school. And hopefully we didn't terrify you and crush your dreams of getting into real estate in the future because it's a lot, but it's also very fun. All right. Well, great. Thank you again so much, Andrea, for being here with us. Do you know what
I definitely
else
learned a lot.
forgot? Do you know what else I forgot
What'd you
today?
forget?
Shame on me. Our fans are going to be so disappointed. I forgot to do Tori's little weekend event.
Ah, well, whatever.
Oh, well, next time.
Bill, throw it in there.
Yeah, Bill, throw it in there. All right, but anyways, thank you again so very much for coming and talking to us and for all the things that you do. And thank you to all of our listeners, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. To contact the Kelly Davies Homes team for all of your buying and selling needs, call 920-791-9047. Find us on Facebook at the Kelly Davies Homes team or go to kellydavieshomes.com.